Welcome back to Cedar Doodles. Today we're diving right in as we continue building the foundation of your Teddy Bear Goldendoodle puppy. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe so you never miss a week in their developmental journey. This week is one of the most important weeks because we're beginning the grooming foundation. So follow along as we introduce Ruth's Teddy Bear Goldendoodles and we do our most important part of our foundational work. And yes, that is training them to be groomed. This is something that's going to happen to them for the rest of their life, so we want to make sure that they are comfortable with it and it's no problem for these darling little teddy bears. Thanks for joining us. Let's get on to the cute grooming part. This is sweet Summit. Summit has such a gentle soul, calm, thoughtful, and always watching before joining in. He's the perfect teddy bear to demonstrate how we begin grooming foundations. Up on the grooming table, we use a pee pad underneath for texture and stability so the surface feels secure for their little feet. We started with touch conditioning. That means gentle handling of the paws, ears, and face. We've been working on this for a couple of weeks, so that's not new to them. That's why we can introduce this other part, the puppy sanitary shave. What we started with was letting him sniff the clippers before we turn them on, and now we're working on making sure that every step of this is short, calm, and positive. For a sweet, observant boy like Summit, ending on this win is what builds lifelong confidence. The puppy sanitary shave is something that your puppy will have all the time. It includes cleaning their sanitary area, their paw pads, by their bum, and also around their ears. And he has done so wonderful. Isn't he adorable? Next up is Woods. He's calm, steady, and he's thriving with our routine. He has a grounded, steady energy. He observes quietly, taking everything in without becoming overwhelmed. He does wonderfully on the grooming table. He does like to move, but honestly, what little puppy wouldn't? The pee pad helps him feel more secure, and you can see him lean into the experience instead of pulling away. We brush him gently, handle his paws, and introduce the sights and sounds of grooming tools. And as you can see right here, he has done magnificent as we've worked with him in getting confident with our grooming procedure. We're creating calm confidence. That's what makes these early routines incredibly successful for future grooming. This sets them up for a lifetime of adaptability and ease. Next up is Gus Gus. He was called Bo, but his family gave him the most darling name. Don't you love it? He has such a fun personality. He's outgoing, he's adventurous, and you can see that he has the potential for service work with his willingness and ability to already connect with people. With service dogs, they spend their entire lives being handled by groomers, vets, trainers, and families. So these early grooming sessions teach puppies like Gus Gus to tolerate touch, accept new surfaces, and remain calm around grooming tools. By starting early, Gus Gus is learning to accept necessary handling with confidence. This foundation builds the tolerance and resilience service dogs rely on every day. Oh, I can't get enough of his darling face. Okay, so why is a sanitary shave so important? Because not everyone wants to groom their dog all of the time, as in cut their hair shorter. So we're going to let Cedar talk to us about why a sanitary shave is important. A sanitary shave is a simple hygiene trim. At this stage, it includes lightly trimming, like we said, the paw pads, tightening around the tail and bum, and keeping the areas clean. A gentle cleanup around the sheath with a small neatening around the ears. Introducing this is teaching puppies that these areas are safe to touch. Now you can see little tiny Cedar. He's the smallest in this litter. He wants to wiggle and get away. That's totally normal. It's okay at this age for them to not love what we're doing. The most important part, though, is that they get used to being handled and they can feel the vibration of these clippers. Look how tiny his ears are. He's just so adorable. Because of this early exposure, when puppies aren't used to maybe the vibration, the sound, or the texture of the clippers moving back and forth on them, this builds a foundation that, hey, these are new experiences, but that's okay. And they're always ready to learn. And you can see Cedar has done phenomenal. Look how adorable this little guy is. The other smallest little teddy bear in this litter was formerly known as Teddy, but he just received the most perfect name. Let me introduce to you our sweet Charlie Brown. Doesn't that fit him so perfectly? He is tiny, small enough to fit in one hand. Yes, at 4 weeks old, this little guy is not very big at all. With the clippers looking almost bigger than he is absolutely adorable. Kind of like Cedar, he wants to get away because this is all so new, but this is so important for him. Despite his size, he received the same grooming foundation as the rest of the litter. We simply scale everything down with smaller motions and gentler touches, more patience with him. These early experiences help him develop the confidence and bravery that will stay with him as he grows. He's got a big job ahead of him, and we are so excited to see him continue his work as he keeps learning. He is going to have great service potential because of his perfect little personality. He loves to snuggle, he's interested in things, and he's people-oriented. Isn't he adorable? Here is sweet Cashmere, and we're going to talk about with her why early grooming is so fundamental. Cashmere is going to show you how beautiful her coat is and why it matches her name, because she is soft, luxurious, and as sweet as they come. For Goldendoodles, early grooming is fundamental. Their coats require lifelong maintenance, and those experiences, brushing, handling, paws, ear checks, clipper sounds, shape how they respond as adults. Cashmere learns that grooming is calm, predictable, and safe. This early foundation prevents stress later and helps her grow into a cooperative, confident adult. She has the sweetest personality, and she loves to snuggle and cuddle, and she's got the cutest little playful side. We absolutely love how her coat is two-tone. She's got those beautiful flecks of the darker color, showing us that it's going to darken as she gets older. And look at the white on her. Isn't she perfection? Winter is going to talk about the teddy bear coat. Isn't she amazing? She still has that little snowflake on top of her head, and her coat is already showing that classic teddy bear look. These puppies will have the highly desirable straight to wavy coats, low shed and allergy friendly, and much easier to maintain than the curlier coats. They stay soft, fluffy, and practical for busy families or someone that just doesn't really enjoy brushing. Winter is a perfect example of the beautiful coat type our Cedar Doodle lines consistently produce, and the adorable temperament. It matches their personality, their coat. They're an all-in-one package. Aren't they perfect? Look how cute she is. Now here, last but not least, is the darling Aspen. Aspen is calm, easygoing, and doing so well with her early grooming foundation. When you bring your teddy bear puppy home, you want them to already have had this early exposure. Your groomer will absolutely love you for it, because a puppy who knows touch, sound, and structure is far easier and safer to groom. These early lessons teach Aspen where to start, how to accept handling, and how to remain calm during routine care. All of these contribute to a lifetime of stress-free grooming and vet visits. And let's talk about the white on her feet and the white on her chest. Isn't she just perfect? She's got a smaller snowflake than sweet little Winter, but she's got more white on the back of her feet and quite a bit of white on her chest. And her face is to die for. She has the cutest little dip, and this is one of the signature teddy bear looks. She will grow into a beautiful, amazing teddy bear adult, and we can't wait to see. Look at that cute little tongue. She is so cute. Since we're all done with grooming, let's talk about the Potty foundation that we are so strong in and we work hard on. And that's going to happen right here. What you're seeing is I'm putting them back after we finish their little grooming, and I'm putting them on this little potty area. So the potty area is actually a potty pad holder, and on top of the pee pads that we put in here, we add pine pellets. The natural smell of the pellets mimics the outdoors, teaching them early on that this is where they should go potty, building the foundation for outdoor potty success. We don't want them to think that our rug or our carpet is the place to go potty. We want them to know that the only place that they go to the bathroom is outdoors. We also have it so that this potty area is bigger than their bed area, and we do this for a reason. It's because puppies that are this little, they go to the bathroom where they smell someone went to the bathroom. So we want this side of the potty area to be so big that they can't miss that. We don't want them to go over there and go on their bed. Creating this separation between clean and dirty is what makes this successful. So remember, when you look at this, if you wonder why the crates are there, it's because puppies should not have too much room. Too much space can confuse them. This is intentional to keep their area small, clean, and structured. And yes, if you can see one of those little bones that have all the little nubs on them tied in there, it's because mom has decided that she wants to take it with her, and so she keeps taking it out of the pen. So we've had to hook it in so she can't take it, so we can introduce a new texture to the puppies each and every day. At this stage, puppies have a clean sleeping space, a soft bed, and a clearly defined potty area. In the beginning, the potty area is actually larger than the bed, like we talked about. And you can see them here trying to figure out where the area to play is. And yes, sometimes that ends up with them playing on the potty area. So what's interesting is as they start to grow, this ratio is going to flip. We're going to go from having this big potty area to this right here. New setup in the playpen. As we moved into week 4, the puppies transition into a new setup. Their world gets a little bigger as they become more active and aware. We introduce their first crate with a cozy bed inside, placed close to the potty area to support their success. You can see they're all in there just enjoying snuggled up with each other, but what's so interesting to me is some of them can smell that mom is starting to come in already, if that doesn't say how good their nose is. Now she's going to come in and make sure the place is clean, and sometimes she even tries to get right in there with them, which is so cute because as you can see, they fill up that crate, but she loves to be with them and she's been such a great mom. We introduced that crate with a cozy bed because once again, like we talked about, the soft texture is what reminds them this is where they want to sleep, where the area that smells like pine is what's going to teach them where to go to the bathroom. So we've added a little bit of a play area. We will monitor throughout the week to see if this is going to work. Sometimes we have to small this play area down a little bit more because if some of them decide to go out and not go to the bathroom on the potty area and run over to the play area and go potty, sometimes we have to remove that and just make it a little smaller until they remember the potty area is here and the play area is there. But that's the part about being a breeder that I love, is we are able to adapt and change things as we need to, depending on how each and every one of our little teddy bear puppies is doing. So you'll see with this new space, they have more room to explore, wrestle, and they can interact with new textures and toys, even though their favorite thing right now is wrestling with each other. This is where they start to learn where they fit in the pack, how they can interact with each other, and if they play a little bit too rough, their litter mate lets them know. This is where bite inhibition starts. It's because we want to teach them that, hey, you can't play too rough, and actually it's best taught by mom and their litter mates, so they're already starting that right now. We're changing out the toys daily to provide new sensory experiences. Our priorities during this time are cleanliness, structure, and exposure to new things. So developmentally, what's happening this week? These puppies are well on their way to being the most confident, well-rounded puppies that we've ever had. And during this week, they will become more steady on their feet, they're more social, more curious, and of course, more confident. Our environment helps guide these developmental leaps and set the stages for the next milestones. As their personalities keep developing, we can't help but fall more and more in love with each and every single one of them. Every single one of them has added so much happiness already to our lives, and we can't wait to see what they do for their new families. Thank you so much for joining us this week and following along with these important grooming and developmental foundations. Every step, from early handling to structured space and new experiences, helps your Teddy Bear Goldendoodle grow into a confident, well-adjusted companion. For more information about our program, upcoming litters, and what makes Cedar Doodles so special, be sure to visit our website, www.cedardoodles.com. And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe so you never miss a moment in their journey. Everyone's going to crawl into this little space and join mom for a quick snack. And while they do that, I want to say thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.